Welcome everyone to our Network and Learn. The goal of today's session is to give you all of the information about WIOA, which is a workforce initiative that has been developed by the Department of Labor. So as I talk about the different programs available through them and the grants, I'm also going to give you information about 3T Institute. So for those who are interested, my name is Majuba Bianchi, but I also go by MJ. So you can call me either one, Majuba or MJ. That's completely fine. And I am the CEO and president of 3T Institute. And let me tell you guys what 3T Institute is all about. We are a vocational school that was actually established in 2019. We're certified by the state of Virginia as a post-secondary school, which means all of our classes and certifications have credit units attached to it. And so anyone who takes a course with us essentially knows that we've gone through a thorough quality process, and our curriculum has been vetted by the state and approved by them. Our instructors and coaches are individuals with actual real-life work experience who come from the backgrounds that they teach in, whether that is project management, IT, agile, or different software applications that we have. Those instructors and coaches actually have experience in that particular field. That's something that sets us apart from other training organizations. The other thing that we do is we have a three-tiered approach to our teaching. We know that a lot of individuals that are learning these concepts want to learn them to get a job, upskill, or earn more money, or just get into the job field. So our focus is to really help individuals understand what they're learning and not just learn through a fast-paced approach. So with that being said, I want to quickly go over what our approach is. So the 3T actually stands for three-tiered approach, and that's where the 3T Institute name comes from. Part of our focus is that whether you have an online class that you're taking with us or an in-person class, that we break down the modules and the lessons in smaller parts so that you get to really understand what it is that you're learning. A lot of the technical knowledge that you do have to know to either pass a certification or to apply on the job takes some exposure and some hands-on experience before you can fully understand it. And so when you join our live classes or our e-learning courses, our structure is very simple. For example, this one is our PMP certification outline for our e-learning portal. As you can see, we break it down by weeks, and we break it down within modules and lessons within each week. Part of our approach, our second tier, is our coaching calls. What ends up happening is for a lot of professionals, including myself, where I have taken training, and the training has been for 2 days or 3 days or 5 days, then what? Then what happens? Do people go back into self-study? Do they take the certification exams? What then? And so part of that, post-training was for us to create an approach where even after the training is finished and while the training is going on, we give our students coaching sessions. So every one of our classes has a specific coach who's a subject matter expert. So when you're taking the class, what will happen then is that you'll have access to a coach where you will have group sessions with them or one-on-one calls to clarify concepts and to really understand, understand how to apply what you have learned from the classroom. The coaching sessions are all pre-scheduled, which means that when you join these sessions or the date's already there. So we've kept it very simple in our process. Our third tier is the community. So it's always best to learn with a group of individuals. And that's why we have a community build around all of our learning. And any class that you join, you get coaching and you get a peer group of community individuals who are going through the same thing as you are, which is very important to learning. This is kind of view of what our community looks like. In the chat box, if there's anyone here, tell me what kind of courses are you interested in? What kind of learning are you, or jobs or courses are you looking for? I'd be curious to hear from those that are on the call in terms of the sort of programs and learning that they think would help them with your job. So I'll keep a look on the chat for that. It's really going to give me an idea of the kind of programs that I can bring for you guys. But here at 3T Institute, our core classes that we offer is a project management certification program. This is probably our most popular class. The PMP certification is one where a lot of organizations look for this kind of knowledge, but the PMP certification also helps you connect the relationship between a project, the teams that you're leading, and how to connect it to the business itself. So not to be biased, but that is one of my favorite certifications. A lot of times for individuals who, for the PMP certification, you have to have certain level of experience in the field of project management. And if you don't, that's okay, because there's another certification that you can go for if you don't have that experience, and that is the CAPM certification. And now the CAPM is for those who want to enter project management, but want to understand things from a fundamental level and don't have the project management experience. So that's where the CAPM certification is really great. Then you have the ITIL certification, which is the Information Technology Infrastructure Library. This certification is really good for people who are looking to work in the IT field, but more in help desk, support service, IT support positions. And it's a certification that is very much in demand. Has anyone heard of ServiceNow here on this call? Have you guys heard of ServiceNow? ServiceNow is an application that was built based on the ITIL certification. Right now, the federal government, private organizations all use ServiceNow application for project management, for issue resolution, ticketing, change management, configuration management. So it's a very popular platform. And so again, the ITIL V4 certification is one that's also very much in demand right now. Other courses that we teach in is in Agile. Has anyone here, tell me in the chat box, have you heard of Agile or the Agile methodology or Agile set of principles? Has anyone heard of that? If you haven't, that's okay, but that's also another very popular certification right now that a lot of organizations look for individuals who understand what Agile is and how to manage projects in an Agile approach. All these certifications that I'm mentioning here to you is all in order to help organizations successfully start, manage, and then also finish projects within a certain budget and within a particular schedule. Our other classes here are, if you're interested in cybersecurity, do I have anyone here who's interested in cybersecurity? Maybe. If you're interested in cybersecurity or systems and want to get experience in how, or if you want to become a systems administrator or a security administrator for your organization, then these would be the certifications that you want to go for. The CompTIA Security Plus, the Network Plus, the A Plus 001, and the A Plus 1002. These certifications are people who want to be a lot more technical, and they actually want to be working with computers and want to be computer administrators or want to work in the field of cybersecurity. Here are some reviews from our students. You can see our reviews on our website. Like I said, our focus is really on giving you a very personalized, hands-on approach. A lot of training companies, like I said, give you a 2-day or a 3-day training, and then there's really no support afterwards. What do you do with what you've learned? And so that's the question that we answer. We're here for you even after the training is over, so we can give you the guidelines and the support that you need in order to now apply these concepts to your job, which is very important. So far, we have trained over 1,000 students. We have probably delivered over 500 classes total. And you know, our experience is over 20 years plus, and we offer a lot of programs that are popular right now. They're very much in demand. I just touched on some of the few programs that we offer, but we have a lot more. Behind the 3T Institute name, there's just some credibility here. We are a women-owned small business through the Small Business Administration. We are a certified school through the state of Virginia. And one thing I can tell you that in the state of Virginia, no one can open up a school and say that they provide training if they are not certified by SHEV. So there might be organizations who do training, but may not be legally allowed to do that. So there's that you want to watch out for. And you do have to be SHEV compliant in order for organizations to work with the Virginia workforce. So those that are not SHEV compliant or don't have the SHEV certificate actually are not WIOA vendors. So there's you know, that aspect of it as well. We work with a lot of different associations and corporations. I have listed some of them here. And I want to say that our goal is to make training simplified for you guys. And so with that being said, are there any questions in terms of the classes I just reviewed or training we provide or how we provide it before I move forward? Okay, if not, then let's talk about Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. So WIOA, or WIOA, is actually came about from the Department of Labor. The Department of Labor set up the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act to make sure that there's a pathway for individuals to receive the right training so that they can work, and also to reduce unemployment numbers. Part of what's happening today is that there is a lack or a gap in IT jobs, cybersecurity, data administrators. So there's a particular need that needs to be filled. So the Virginia workforce offices are really looking to train and provide skills to individuals so that they can reduce that employment gap. And that's why the Virginia workforce works with WIOA to provide grants, training grants for individuals. And so you might be asking yourself, do you qualify? And so if you're someone who is unemployed or cannot find a job, then yes. If you're someone who has been laid off from your job, then you qualify as well. If you're someone who has low income or receives public assistance, then WIOA through Virginia Workforce can absolutely help you as well. If you're someone who wants to upgrade their skills, wants to gain new knowledge, and you want to obtain new training, then WIOA will also help you with that. The Virginia workforce is also made for individuals who want to increase their salary. So if you're currently not making the amount of salary that you want, then you can work with the WIOA to make the right amount of money, or at least align your salary to the amount of money that the industry would pay you based on your skills and knowledge. Any questions so far about what is covered or what is not covered with WIOA? Now, on the next screen, I want you guys to have your cameras ready, because you can actually go ahead and scan that QR code. And this, if you open up your phone and open up your camera and put your camera over that QR code, if you're not calling from your phone, then it will take you right into that website that you're seeing. So the first things that you're going to do is, like I said, we 3T Institute, we work with WIOA and the Virginia workforce. You have to apply if you are interested with any of the trainings that we just showed you. Then what you have to do is you actually have to go to your case manager at the Virginia workforce, tell them that I want to take a class with 3T Institute, and tell them which class you want to take. They will then contact us, and then we will be able to enroll you in our course. So I have a question here from Ed. It says, are there income or employment restrictions if you only qualify for the last two reasons? I don't think you have to qualify for all of those reasons in order to receive the grant. I would highly recommend that you do email or reach out to the Virginia workforce and tell them your situation. I have seen people who do work but want to gain skills in other areas, and they've been able to receive grants. So you want to go ahead and contact them and fill out the eligibility packet. You never know, because you may qualify. Yeah. Let me know if you need to. You can also take a picture of this particular screen or this page. Yes, I can set. What I'll do is, after this meeting, I will be sending the recording out with all of the appropriate links. So that way you have it. Yep. Great question, Mila. What else was I going to say? All right, yes. So eligibility comes, your approval comes from WIOA, the Virginia workforce. If you want to take a class with 3T Institute or any other institution, you want to make sure that they are a Virginia workforce partner. If they're not, then you cannot receive a grant. You would have to pay it out of pocket. I do have a phone number here for you guys that you can contact. There's an email address and a phone number. So take a picture of this. Actually, that's not a phone number, that's a fax number. I don't know if anyone ever uses faxes these days, but you can email them. I was going to have someone from WIOA actually join the call today, but maybe they weren't able to because they wanted to talk about the different programs they offer. But hopefully in the next session that I have, they will be able to join. So that is the email address that you can reach out to them. And like I said, after this meeting, I will go ahead and send out the paper that has the link for you to access. Did everyone get these two screens? Did you get an opportunity to take a picture of this screen and this screen? Those are the two that are very important if you're looking to apply for eligibility. Like I said, we are in a WIOA partner with the Virginia workforce. And if you have any questions, I always welcome emails and phone calls. Feel free to call me if you have any questions, or just email us at team@3tinstitute.com. And we would be more than happy to support you and help you with your questions as it relates to training or career path, whatever your situation is. We would be more than happy to help you with it. So with that being said, it was a really short and sweet presentation. At this point, I can take any questions that you guys can have. You can unmute yourself and ask any questions or ask career questions, anything, any questions that you have right now, I would be more than happy to take it. Correct. So what you have to do is you actually have to apply with the Virginia workforce to determine your eligibility. And once they determine it, they will ask you a few questions. What I also understand is that the Virginia workforce will sometimes have their own training and their own assessments before they even provide grants. So what I have seen is that they might identify that before you take, for example, before you take the project management certification training, you have to do maybe 1 or 2 classes on their platform so you can understand the foundations of project management. And then they say, once you're done with that, then we will go ahead and give you a grant to take training with 3T Institute. And so the way that happens is once you get approved, you will be assigned a case manager. That case manager will draw your career pathway. And then if you say to them that you've identified a course through a provider, they will then contact us and have us fill out a form that says, you know, what's the name of the course, what's the price of the course, what does it entail, what's the start date, what's the finish date. And so we as training providers complete that, we sign it and send it back to the case manager. And within 1 or 2 days, they're actually very good about getting back to us and the students. Literally within like 24 hours, they send us an approval letter saying, please go ahead and enroll the student in the course. And then once they do that, then we enroll the student and then they start their training. So I've seen students get enrolled into classes within 2 to 3 business days. Great question. Any other questions? If no other questions, I want to thank all of you for joining today. I hope that this session was informative to you. And like I said, I am always available for a conversation, or if you want to just get some thoughts across, then please feel free to reach out and let us know how we can help you, what information